All right, soldier. Here, easy. Take it easy, soldier. Can you tell me where you are? Nearly. This is actually Camp Juliet. Camp Alpha's a couple of clicks north of here. No, it's fine. I don't blame you. Everything looks the bloody same up here in the Swiss Alps. Everything's just covered in snow. And the altitude alone messes with your head. It's fine. I'll tell you exactly what happened, mate. You are nothing short of the luckiest bastard I think I've ever met. You really can't remember what happened. You effectively took a grenade to the face, and still, somehow you are not only having this conversation with me, not only are alive, but you only seem to be dealing with superficial skin abrasions. It's actually nothing short of a bloody miracle. The worst injury you got is that bump on your head. There's something else as well. I owe you gratitude. You saved my life. Thank you, soldier. Well, I've never been the kind of man to not say when I've been wrong. I was very bloody wrong about this mission. Well, the only solution I can think of is that they were waiting for us. We walked right into that ambush and you said all the time, something doesn't feel right. And I thought it was just because you were infantry and you were just excited to be on a mission with a SAS operative. I thought you were just overstepping the mark. So not only, I suppose, do I owe you thanks, I also owe you an apology. Thank you, soldier. No, it's all gone tits up. Soap has been captured. He's in the compound, down by the lake. But he's far too exposed to make any kind of attack on it now. And now that, well, they obviously know that there's operatives trying to break him out. We're gonna have to abort the mission, try something else with command. Which reminds me. Command, this is Ghost Recon 1. Mission aborted. Operative injured. Requesting immediate evac.
Command acknowledged, Ghost Recon 1. Sending evac. Stand by.
Right, well, in the meantime, you just sit tight. There might be injuries that I can't see, but quite frankly, I don't understand how you're still alive. I really don't. Here, you know what? I just thought of something. You know how we were talking yesterday about a potential nickname for you? And we were spending all of those twilight hours trying to discuss, trying to decide what to call you. I think I finally got one. Lucky day. Yeah, well, how about we just call it a work in progress? Oh, believe me, it could have been worse. When I was doing my basic training, just normal infantry, there was a bloke who fell quite literally at the first hurdle. And he landed arse over tit right in a muddy puddle. And do you know what his nickname was from that moment onwards? Shits and Gigs. Yeah. Yeah. So believe me, Lucky Day's a bit of an upgrade for that. It's been a while since I thought of him. Well, 15 years since I last saw him. I hope that miserable bastard's still alive. Well, he had cause to be with a name like Shits and Gigs. But no, I think it was more than that. Because what you need to understand is with the SAS training, it is literally the best of the best. No room for weakness. The best get through or they don't. No compromise. Yeah, well, after this mission, I can thoroughly recommend you to whatever bloody program you want. If you can survive a grenade to the face, chances are you can survive whatever the enemy throws at you. You saved my life. So the very least that I could do is help you out. Well, unless you count what I did when you were knocked out. Well, because I had to carry your ass all the way through the Swiss Alps. I think I could probably name on my fingers the number of times that that's ever happened in history, where someone has had to carry someone else on their shoulders all the way through the Swiss Alps, through the snow, in the middle of a bloody blizzard. Yeah, well, I think that there's a time and a place for everything. And the time right now is for me to thank you. Thank you, soldier. If it weren't for you, that mission could have got a whole lot more bloody worse. How? Well, they could have just executed Soap on the spot, and then the whole mission would have been buried. Well, I'd like to think that even terrorists and other people like that have got sense enough not to do anything stupid. I mean, that compound down there is pretty bloody exposed. Wouldn't take much for a Predator drone to blow the... Sorry. Me and Soap have been through a lot. I remember him during the basic training, not very well. We weren't really friends, but I knew of him. The SAS training is the best you can get. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think we started with about maybe 40 people. And by the end, only 19 made it through. Yeah. They made it through the final selection, and even then, I think about 3 or 4 of them just didn't cut it medically. They didn't pass the medical tests. I don't know about you, but I would have been gutted. Literally gutted. Going through all that crap, only to be told, sorry, you got a medical. I mean, to me, it's just not good enough. Anyone who's brave enough to put their life on the line for their country and what they know is right deserves the chance. Well, not just to fight, but even just to be useful. Even if you don't have a frontline operative role, I think you should be still given the chance to help. Because otherwise you grow twisted, bittered, you know. Well, people grow all the time. We can only hope that we grow for the better. But it's not always a happy ever after for a lot of people, mate. A lot of the time, people just grow evil. And I don't just mean evil in the sense of like the Hollywood description of it. I mean pure evil. Killing kids with machetes kind of evil. I've seen the ugliness of humanity. Up close. Too often. Is that a serious question? Then why do I still do it? It's because I've seen that, soldier. It's because I've seen that I know that everyone needs to fight that kind of filth. And if you and me don't do it, who the hell else is gonna do it? Strong people need to stand up and do what's right, regardless of the consequences. Because ultimately it doesn't matter what happens to us, as long as there's someone else willing to pick up the mantle. No, you stay there. No, just keep warm. It's the best we can do until the evac gets here. Well, with that snowstorm out there, I don't think they'll be coming looking for us anytime soon. Well, you'd have to be a bloody idiot to go out in that. Yeah, I know. We did. I never said that we were the smartest soldiers. Yeah, right. So what's your story then, soldier? Why'd you take this mission on board of everything else? As I understand it, you had a choice of who you went with. Why'd you choose a ghost recon? All right. So you just heard a lot about what exactly we did, and you just wanted to sign up with that. Well, lucky day, I could certainly say you're the maddest bloody soldier I've ever met as well. I really do mean it, by the way. I know I don't look it, and God knows I don't show gratitude that often. But like I said before, I've never really been one to admit when I'm not right. So, thank you, soldier. No. Like I said, it's too late to do anything about it now. Best we can hope for, get back to command, come up with a fresh plan, and get Soap out of there. Nah, he's a tough bastard. He'll be all right. Yeah, exactly. See? You're quoting my own words back to me. You're learning. Well, sit tight. Shouldn't be long now. Yeah, of course. I don't mind doing that at all. If anyone deserves it, it's you, Lucky Day. Yeah. They've got conscript programs all over. For the top of the top and the best of the best. Obviously there's the SAS grounds in Britain. They've got an American one. They've got one in South America. Yeah. They've got a bloody marvellous one in South Africa. They've got one in Israel. They've got a lot of the top programs. After this, I'll talk with command. See about getting you some kind of recommendation for one of them programs. If anyone deserves it, it's you. Well, the moment I tell them the story about how a ordinary, everyday infantry soldier somehow survived a grenade to the face with nothing but a mild concussion, I think every program around the world's going to be turning their eyes on you. Oh, I'm dead serious. Because they're not going to see it as luck, you see. They're going to see it as you being a natural-born soldier. Natural-born leader. And that's something, as far as they're concerned, has nothing to do with any kind of divine intervention or any of that shit. They're going to see that as you being a superb soldier. And even I have to admit that. The way you just predicted, when I didn't, that thing was an ambush, that they'd planned it all the way from the beginning. They knew we would come for soap. They knew exactly where we'd be, and I ignored you. It can't be more evident that was just a superb bit of soldiering. And it was. It was a superb bit of soldiering, mate. And you certainly taught me a lesson about listening. That's for sure. Yeah, well, growing. That's all it is. Always try and be a better person than you were yesterday. Always. If you've done something that you're not proud of, make up for it the next day. Do something that'll make you proud. Because ultimately you've got you for the rest of your life. You can take orders, carry them out, even commit acts of evil against evil, fight fire with fire. But ultimately you've got to live with yourself for the rest of your life. And if you're not a person that you're comfortable being alone with in a room, then you've obviously got a serious bloody problem. Me. Soldier, you've got no idea. I've got so many regrets. I've done some evil shit. And sometimes I see their faces at night. Not a very pleasant experience. And the only thing I can really tell myself is that I did my job. I did what I had to. Well, what else can I say? That it was my fault? Spiraled down into the black oblivion of depression? No, that's not me. I take responsibility for the things that I do. Always. And no one is going to take my responsibility from me. Why do you think it is that no one's seen my real face? Exactly. My own responsibility. Who I am has got nothing to do with anyone. I suggest you carry that with you, soldier. You can blame all manner of different people for your own shortcomings, but ultimately, it's only you that has the ability to change yourself. And if you don't want to change for no one, then don't. Or do. Makes no difference to me. But all I know is you were born to do this, soldier. You're the luckiest bastard I've ever known. And if the army loses you over a silly little thing like you thinking you're not good enough, then I guarantee you, I'll go so far as to say the whole world will suffer. Believe that. Yeah, no problem. We'll get soap out of there yet. And hold it. That sounds like the evac. Check your gear. Be ready. It might not be. Come on, this is Ghost Recon. I hope to God that that's you.
Ghost Recon 1, this is your evac. Evac confirmed. Prepare for extraction.
Oh, thank God for that. All right. Come on, soldier. Grab your gear. Let's go. Trust me. We'll get soap out of there soon. He's not the type to just give up. and neither should we. Let's go.